back with another version of Nerd Bracket. This is where we take pop culture, movies, stuff like that, and make them compete in NCAA style bracket form. Joining me is my panel of friends / experts. Well, I'm definitely not holding hostage here. We have ranked them via their Rotten Tomatoes scores. Basically, we took the critic score and the fan score, averaged it out, and that is where we got our rankings here today. We have 4 basically play-in games. The top 4 ranked have gone into the second round automatically, and we will determine who fights them. And then they go into the final 4, and then we will crown what is the best Star Wars movie.
I'm ready to roll, baby.
Let's talk about the top 4 here, the ones that have automatically moved on. In the number 4 seat is Return of the Jedi. The 3rd seat is representing the sequel trilogy of The Force Awakens. I can already feel the groans coming from the people watching this now. The number 2 seat is the original, very first, the OG Star Wars. And taking the top spot, no surprise, Empire Strikes Back. So, to see who will compete against these 4 juggernauts, let's talk about the play-in games here. And the number 8 seed is The Last Jedi, and in the number 9 seed is Solo. The voting shall begin. Number 8 seed, who says The Last Jedi? And who says Solo?
So I guess I'll go Last Jedi. They're kind of
Nice.
the 2 that I don't really care.
All right, Mr.
So-
Stormtrooper Anonymous Man.
Let's see it.
Let's
hear it.
You have roughly 30. Should I actually bring out a timer here? Let's make this official here.
I don't need that much time.
That's either super confident or you really don't think you're going to do well here. So
You get to learn about how him and Chewbacca see each other for the first time, and that, to me, is inspiring.
yeah.
Thank you for your
Han and
honesty.
Chewbacca met the first time when Chewbacca tried to eat Han Solo, by the way. That's canon. Has this Stormtrooper's argument swayed anyone's opinion
It made
here?
me think twice, but did not change my opinion.
Not at
hard
all.
pass. Last
Go.
Jedi.
Last Jedi moves on.
Yeah.
Not
Nice.
saying The Last Jedi was good.
It was.
It's the better of the films.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, coming in at the 7th ranking, The Rise of Skywalker, and at number 10, Attack of the Clones. Let's start the voting with Rise of Skywalker. Who says Rise of Skywalker?
Ray Skywalker.
Yeah, I had a feeling this was going to go this way. Attack of the Clones.
Let's go.
Okay, here's my...
All right, you got 30
I
seconds.
got to do
You
30
got
seconds. I keep it fair. I'm going to at least try.
You're
That's
trying
the-
harder than the director
that's-
ever did.
But sand, though. There is no line as dumb as the sand thing in Rise of Skywalker. But also, he's kind of creepy towards Padme that whole time. And that's supposed to spawn the relationship. Also, he murders a lot of people, genocide. That's my 30 seconds.
That's what makes it awesome.
They
The
said
birds of people, the genocide.
they
his
had
mom
more,
died.
Later on the nightly news, Jada kills many.
and they had more chemistry than Ray and what's his face.
I want them to be my parents.
Well, yeah, because then you get force powers. Did I sway anyone?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Yep. Attack of the Clones.
Let's go.
All right. This one I think is probably going to be the most interesting coming into this. It's number 60, Revenge of the Sith, versus the number 11, Phantom Menace. Let's see, voting for Revenge of the Sith. Who's up? Phantom Menace. Who's up? All right, here we go. 3-2. You
I
desire?
I don't need a minute. I'm just gonna say one thing. My favorite line of the entire Star Wars mythos is in Revenge of the Sith. A Jedi doesn't deal in absolutes, and that itself is an absolute. So that's my favorite thing ever.
Cole, you gotta take this Stormtrooper. I can't take you seriously. No, I'm sorry. It looks like you're mad at me. I'm gonna be honest.
I believe Revenge of the Sith is the best out of that because you learn that the Emperor is the evil guy.
If you didn't know the Chancellor was the Emperor in the first movie, at what point did you fall asleep? Is all I'm saying.
I will say I'm switching to Revenge of the Sith because that was one of my favorite movies. It has the best Star Wars scene in it of all time. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay, so for reference, the best scene we're talking about is the murder of younglings. The second genocide, by the way.
It was
When
impactful.
in reality, the best scene is the
Yeah.
dual-bladed lightsaber scene against Maul with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan.
I'm just saying, I would kill the kids too.
I've surrounded myself with maniacs. If I don't make it out of this, please send this footage to the police. Let's vote again. Revenge of the Sith, Phantom Menace, Revenge of the Sith moves on.
Woo!
Let's go.
Votes for Rogue One.
I'd rather watch.
There we go. Yep, let's move
Yeah.
it on.
No.
All right, moving on to the next round. Let's talk about Empire Strikes Back versus The Last Jedi. Voting begins with Empire Strikes Back.
That's not a choice.
Yeah, I know. There's a reason why it's ranked number one. Moving on to the next round, Star Wars versus Attack of the Clones. Who here says the original Star Wars? Who here says Attack of the Clones?
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought this one was gonna move on. All right, we've got people who wanna debate whenever
Well,
you're ready.
Attack of the Clones is a wonderful movie. It has people I wish were my parents in it. They're awesome. Padme and Anakin, they love each other very much. It's very cute. You see his descent into like craziness, and he gets angry, and his mom dies. All the things that you want in a good plot. There's love. There's killing. Overall, I think it is the superior film.
Cole, whenever you're ready.
All right. Star Wars: A New Hope is
Trash.
so bad.
Trash.
With the acting, the freaking lightsaber battle. Are you? I could freaking make that. We made that movie.
We did make that.
Attack of the Clones, just where they come and save them at the very end when they're all to their backs and stuff. That's awesome to me.
Do either of you have counters to that? I'll let you do it kind of first here.
Kind of going into the special effects. I loved that a majority of them were practical effects. They actually made the puppets and made the stuff. I thought that was super cool. I wouldn't lean either way towards either of them being better than the other one. I both liked them both.
Well, it's not like that's what we're here to do in the first place right now, but
I don't have a counter. I'm actually switching teams
Yes!
because as
Let's go.
a kid, I was always really impressed with Padme's ability to make a tank top after her.
can I counter that? See if I can sway you back?
Sure.
Yes, I will argue we did do a better Star Wars lightsaber fight than them. But if you want to say one of the coolest parts was them saving them at the end, Han Solo saving Luke so that he can make the trench run is almost better because you almost don't expect that out of Han. The Jedi coming in, we know that's going to happen because we know what the Jedi are.
I don't think your persuasion worked. Moving on.
We got to redo the vote. We got to redo the vote.
I just want to point out that I fell asleep during this movie because it was that boring. So, just gonna sprinkle that in there.
All right, voting for Star Wars. Okay, voting for Attack of the Clones. For a
Yep.
second there, when you didn't raise my hand, did I lose everyone? Did Attack of the Clones just beat Star Wars?
Yep. Tank top for the win.
All right, moving on to the next round. Force Awakens versus Revenge of the Sith. Voting for Force Awakens.
Hold on, I have to check my notes. Okay, I'm ready.
Voting for The Force Awakens. Revenge of the Sith. I could counter here, but
Trash.
there's no point. My only counter is that it's as good as Star Wars, and it just got beat by Attack of the Clones.
The superior film.
Return of the Jedi versus Rogue One. We start the voting at Return of the Jedi. All those in favor of Return of the Jedi? We got 2. Ryan,
Oh.
come on, you gotta pick one.
I'll pick this for now. I'm waving.
Waving. Okay, so it's like 2.5.
Yep.
Rogue
2.5.
2. Since you kind of gave a half,
Yeah,
you kind of
half,
in a
half.
half. Okay,
You gotta
so now
persuade
it is
me.
a battle for Ryan's soul. I'm going to start off the argument by saying, Ryan, if you don't pick Rogue One, you're kicked off Popcorn Bucket List.
I'm just gonna say Return of the Jedi, wonderful film. It has Ewoks. And that's my whole argument. They're cool. I don't even know, they look like my cat, kind of. They run around with their little staffs. Ewoks are cool. They basically take the whole movie up 12 notches, and that's my argument.
Cole, if you got something you want to add too, then.
All right. Your dad notices you're in pain. Your dad knows Grandpa is hurting him. What are you going to do? You're going to throw Grandpa up. And also, it's a cool space battle.
I would argue there's a cooler space battle in Rogue One in that final act.
I don't care about the Ewoks, plus the Ewoks said that they were mistreated on set, so that's kind of my big bugaboos whenever I look at them. It's kind
Pulling
of
in
like-
real world.
Okay.
So,
Real world
yeah,
drama.
it's a little bit sus for me, and that forest is actually destroyed, so it's not there anymore.
If anything, that should be your issue to want this movie,
No.
because that's the only way you can see the forest
No, so
now.
it doesn't-
It is destroyed.
it
That is
doesn't-
your only chance.
It doesn't count anymore. It's not real.
I'm sorry. I don't. You're getting red in the face as we speak right
I'm
now.
thinking, I'm processing this all.
I can see the smoke coming out of your ears.
Got the spinning
It,
wheel
it
going
basically
right
comes
now.
down to you. You decide which one of these two move on.
I'm going with Rogue One. For the simple fact, everybody dies at the end.
Genocide.
They blow up.
Apparently, our family likes
I-
genocide.
Rogue One was one of the first big action movies where actually everybody that was a part of it died at the end.
So Rogue One has moved on. So we enter the final four. Empire Strikes Back versus Attack of the Clones. Both the second movies in their respective trilogies. They both were second. Let's see who comes out first. Voting starts with Empire Strikes Back.
And Attack of the Clones.
Yep.
Yeah.
4. Attack of the Clones.
I like them both.
You gotta vote. You must choose.
I don't know which one I want.
I would like to point out, already 4 have voted for Empire, so basically, if you were willing to make an argument for the Attack
I'm
of the
gonna vote
Clones...
for the other one.
For Attack of the Clones?
Yep.
Or, okay, well, now if you wish, you're gonna have 30 seconds to try and sway us.
All 4 of you?
You would only have to sway 2.
Do you love your mom? Because I love my mom. And I feel like if my mom died in a horrible death where people were torturing her, I too would go and kill an entire village. And I think you guys would too. Fine,
I would say if I found out my father was indirectly responsible for the death of my mother, I would go and fight him like they do in Empire. And that is my counter. Has anyone been swayed to vote for Attack of the Clones?
Wait, I want to counter you.
Okay, fine. You get like 2 sentences. Go.
Just want to say really, really fast.
Is that
We
enough?
wouldn't
Because
even have
for-
Star Wars without Anakin going crazy because his mom dies. So, like, this is really the start of the whole thing. And I'm just going to put that out there, and that's my 2 cents.
All right. Revenge of the Sith versus Rogue One. A lot of death in both. Actually, you keep talking about genocide. This might be the most difficult one for you. Which movie has the better body count, essentially, at this point? All right. All those in favor for Revenge of the Sith? All those in favor of Rogue One? I'm not going to counter that. There's no way I'm going to argue against that for you guys. Okay. Here we are. Tears have been shed. Words have been thrown. Friendships have been built, broken down, and built up again at least 3 times. But we've made it to the final championship round here, where we have Empire Strikes Back versus Revenge of the Sith. Voting opens up with Empire Strikes Back. No, God, please, no. Revenge of the Sith. Okay, I've only got 30 seconds.
I thought it was going to be like
We'll give you a
half and half.
minute. We'll give you a minute, Nick.
Yeah,
It's
we'll
championship
change.
round.
I'm just going to go ham here for a second. Empire Strikes Back is one of the greatest sequels of all time, one of the greatest movies of all time, therefore should be the best Star Wars movie of all time. It has one of the greatest lightsaber battles. I know people talk about Obi Wan versus Anakin, but honestly, I hate that battle. The lava is stupid, they do nothing with it. The 2 blue lightsabers, so it's always blurring together, so you really can't tell who's actually fighting who. Blue versus red, that's light versus dark. That's truly the best encapsulation of Star Wars, of the light and the dark side. Some of the best dialogue is in there. I love you, I know. It's still the same stupid clunky dialogue in Revenge of the Sith. Padme dying because she lost the will to live. Here, you actually see Luke in pain. You actually see him suffering. You see Han possibly dying with the carbonite. We get the introduction of Boba Fett. The reason why he has a series, the reason why he's been in The Mandalorian, is because of how awesome he is in the Boba Fett, and he does it with no dialogue, by the way. Little to no dialogue. Darth Vader has this is where they introduce the theme of Darth Vader. The theme that they keep playing in Revenge of the Sith is introduced in this movie. 57 seconds, that's my time. Have I swayed anyone?
That was a very good point. I'll give you that. That was very well thought. I think for me, if I could have saw this originally in a theater right away, that would have played more into it. But I, as you know, am a movie theater person. I like to watch films in theaters. I watched Revenge of the Sith in the theater, and that moved me more than when I watched Empire Strikes Back. But if I would have been able to watch that and experience it in a theater,
Were you not there?
Let's time out. Let's go to the
first
theater.
time.
I'll grab my DVD quick. Pause the video. We'll be back in like 3 hours.
Can I build upon his point?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I don't really care that Luke suffers and that you see it because Darth Vader's name is literally Darth Daddy, so you can't. It's literally Darth Father.
Any other counterpoints or anything?
I think we should revote just for.
Just to kick me while I'm down. While I'm at. Okay, voting for Empire Strikes Back. I swayed one. Revenge of the Sith. You can't vote twice.
I just thought your feelings would be hurt if I didn't vote.
It would have been, yes. And with that, Revenge of the Sith is, on our bracket style, the best Star Wars movie. I'm going to move away and find new friends, because it's the second time I've done this, and I'm mad at the result. I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. Let us know how right or wrong we were. Let us know what your favorite is. Down in the comments below, all that other bull crap and everything. I don't know. I'm mad right now.
Like, share, subscribe.